This is the official post-event press conference for EFC 54, live from Sun City, South Africa.
Well, that was a lot of fun. Thank you to all the fans that came out to support these great athletes, and congratulations, guys. That was one hell of a show. Performance bonuses are awarded to Yusuf Hassan and Chart Henning for their awesome 3-round war, and the fight of the night is a heavyweight title clash with Andrew van Zyl and Elvis Moyo.
The first question is for three-time EFC heavyweight champ Andrew van Zyl. Andrew, just give us an idea of your thoughts and emotions now. That was one heck of a fight, wasn't it?
Yeah, Elvis beat me up for four rounds there, man. He definitely had the cobra from my mongoose there. But yeah, man, I just knew I needed to stick to my guns there. If I could work him against the clinch, I could clinch him against the fence and get some underhooks. I could get a top position there. I probably should have shot a lot more than got hit in the face, but it was cool.
Next question for Elvis Moyo. Elvis, despite losing tonight, do you think this was your best performance as a mixed martial artist?
Hello. Yeah, it's one. Well, the best is yet to come from me. I mean, I'm disappointed. So are my fans. But we gotta give Andrew a round of applause because he stood his ground. I really meant to break him down, and I was sure I was breaking him down because apparently they say he's got an iron jaw. So I knew that since he's got an iron jaw, I have to take it nice and slow and break him down. And he stood his ground, and experience on the ground paid him well, and I gotta applaud him. I'm proud I got this chance. I'm disappointed though I lost the fight because I was sure I would have started dominating today. So
Yeah. With all due respect to the heavyweights in this division, I don't think there's anybody who's going to beat you, dude. So
I'm sure.
Next question is for...
You see, that's basically what I've always admired about Andrew. He's got brains, he's intelligent. You know, you can't take that away from him.
Next question is for JP Base. JP, we interviewed you in the beginning of the year, and you told us that before the end of the year, you will be the youngest EFC champion. It's something you predicted. How does it feel?
Yeah, well, it still feels a bit unrealistic right now. But yeah, me and my team put in the work, and it's paid off before the end of the year.
Question for you, Baldwin. The fight didn't go the way you planned tonight. Take us through what's going through your mind right now, what you're feeling, what's your thoughts?
Well, first of all, congratulations to JP and his team. You know, these things happen. You know, I'll learn from this, and I'll take the positives, and I'll learn and grow from this. That's it.
Next question for Bruno. Bruno, I know a lot of people don't want to fight Henry, but I'm confused. I think the fans are confused. I mean, do you not think you owe us an explanation? What happened?
Yeah, it's a game plan. So it happens. Sometimes we win and we lose. So I knew that Andrew Fadipe got a great advantage on me. So I was going to move around and then try to bring him to my body so that I could do wrestling. So that was my game plan. But I was surprised that they stopped the fight, so it happens.
We've got a question for Henry. Henry, first of all, welcome back. It's taken a while for you to get back here. For me, I just want to get your thoughts on Dricus as a champion. You've obviously been sitting dormant for 2 years and watching him evolve as a fighter. What are your thoughts on him?
I got nothing but respect for Dricus, all right? He's a hungry cat. He's good. I can't wait to face him because he has my belt. December, you said? December, me and Dricus, hopefully. We'll see who's the best welterweight.
So next question is for Mike Vermeulen.
Mike, you're such an exciting fighter, and you're building a great record, but you don't fight often enough. We do want to see more of you. Are you able to commit to the sport more now that you're building on this success?
The opportunity is there, you know, so I need to go and grab it and take it, you know. So, yeah, you'll see more of me.
Next question is for Kara. Kara, I don't think too many people would argue with a rematch with Elvis, but also we saw two great heavyweights win tonight as well in Mike and Vessel. Who's going to get the next shot at the title?
Sure, I think the plan was for Vessel to be fighting. You know, he's been looking unstoppable, and I'd love to see that fight personally. As close as that fight was with Elvis, in the end, you know, Andrew was the victor.
This next question is for JP Base. JP, firstly, congratulations on the victory and becoming the youngest champion. Prior to going into this fight, where did you feel that you had the clear advantage?
Well, I don't think that I'm just a wrestler anymore. So I wouldn't say that I'm just had the advantage on the ground. But obviously that's where the go-to was.
All right, so next question's for Nico Yamji. Nico, it was a tough debut for you. What was the experience like coming into the EFC or your first fight, and what positives can you take from that experience?
Yeah, first of all, I have to say congratulations for Monster. I was really prepared for this fight, but sometimes it happened to lose. And in the fight, it must be one loser and one winner. So all I have to say, I'll be back. Yeah, and thanks for 7 Star for sponsoring me, and thanks also for my coach Nivel Anidal and Angelo, my wife also Tracy Ann and Alex, all my fans, and I say thanks also to support me. Thanks.
I've got a question for Thomas. Thomas, after making a really exciting start in the heavyweight division, you've lost a couple in a row now. Do you think you're better suited to light heavyweight, potentially dropping down a weight division?
No, I don't think so. I would prefer to stay in heavyweight, so probably I will train more and increase my weight. It's always difficult to talk about loose fights, but this is the sport. We never know who will win, so congratulations for my opponent. That's it.
Next question is for Kara. Kara, if you could just give us some background on the ladies' title fight that was pulled and just what happened around that, and also when will that title fight be happening and who will be in it?
Sure. I mean, obviously that was a really big fight that everyone was looking forward to. Shana at weigh-in yesterday, she wasn't getting down to the required weight. She was about 800 grams over, and they were trying for a couple hours before to lose her weight. Wasn't coming off. Ended up sitting with our medical team. We would have still put the fight on if she was medically fit, but the medical team, after discussing it with her, realized that there was a bigger problem there. It wasn't just about the weight, and it wasn't actually safe for her to be competing. She would have been a really high risk if she was competing, so we didn't clear her to fight. So obviously that's why that fight never took place. Going forward, it's a debate. She needs to see if she can make weight healthily at that weight, or if she needs to change weight. Obviously, we hope she'll make it. But from Amanda's point of view, we owe Amanda a fight. We want her to fight as quick as possible. I don't think she can wait around for Shana. That's not fair for her. So we'd like to do a fight with her and Isabel Pereira, a rematch. And yeah, we'll try and make that fight happen as soon as possible.
Cairo, this is just a follow-up question for you. Fans on social media have just vented, more specifically fans in the KZN area have vented that EFC hasn't staged an event in the Durban region for quite a long time now. What seems to be the issues around locking down an event in Durban?
It's purely our host partner is Sun International. So this year, when we were in Durban previously, we hosted shows at the Durban ICC. Now, instead of doing those 2 shows there, we moved them to Sun City, which is part of Sun International Group. We love the Sun International Group. They're our partner. We want to do as many shows at their properties as possible. So next year, looks like Sabaya, which is also part of the Sun International Group, is opening up an arena for us, well, not just for us, for events. So we're hoping to return to Durban in 2017 as well.
This next question for Wessel Mostert. Wessel, I think Kari just mentioned you may be the #1 contender. How do you possibly feel about fighting Elvis Moyo, who Andrew said no one can beat? And how do you possibly feel about fighting Andrew one day for that belt?
Thanks. Yeah, they put on a great show. It was really fun to watch. Very, very technical. Andrew's one tough guy. Elvis's speed was amazing. So yeah, that's the type of fight I'd like. It's two good guys, tough guys, so it's a tough fight I'd like. Maybe we can go out of the first round.
Kara, one last question for you. Obviously, to unify the flyweight belt, JP's got to fight Zulu. If that fight does happen, can you clarify what Zulu's position is at the moment?
Yeah, so Zulu's currently in the States. He's staying there till December at a big training camp. We're hoping that he gets a fight there. But if he doesn't, then Zulu will be returning back to EFC. He will be defending his title and we'll be unifying those belts against JP. So I think we'll know probably know in the next month or so what's going to be happening there. And yeah, I mean, if that fight happens, it'll be huge. That's it for the EFC 54 press conference. But don't go anywhere. Coming up after this, we've got Damart Penna and Ishad Sayed going to be answering a few questions. Thank you.
EFC 54, proudly brought to you by Superbets, the ultimate in sports betting, in association with 7 Stars Energy Drink, the exclusive energy drink of the Extreme Fighting Championship, Super Crush, the leading crushing and mining contractors, RDG, Rex, Diff, and Gearbox, proudly bringing you the Hexagon Girls, Constantia Insurance, insurance made personal, Aquavita Mineral Water, pure hygienic mineral water, Fireball number 6, the official shooter of the EFC, and Sun International, the premier hotel, gaming, and entertainment group, with special thanks to the following partners. EFC 55, champion versus champion.
So whatever it's going to bring, there's nothing that I haven't faced before and nothing that I can't overcome. And just overwhelm him, and I will finish him, guaranteed.
I'm coming for you. You can run, but you can't hide, and I'm going to finish you in emphatic fashion. Mark my words.
2 belts will be unified. Only 1 champion will remain standing. Plus, EFC lightweight champion Dave Mazzani puts his title on the line against the former lightweight champion Don Madge. Will the dominant American reign supreme, or can the Magic Man reclaim his title? EFC 55, Friday, 11 November, Grand West, Cape Town. Tickets and broadcast information at efcworldwide.com.
Next up, we have arguably the biggest fight in EFC history, Damart Penna versus Ishad Sayed, happening in Cape Town in a month's time. The 2 gentlemen up here with us, let's have some questions.
So first question's for Damart Penna. Damart, I think this has been one of the most acrimonious build-ups on social media to any EFC fight in history. How much is the hype real, and how much is a genuine dislike for your future opponent?
You know, I think in the beginning it was just another guy, and just another fight, but I think he's gone a little bit too far. He always wants to demean other people to make himself look good. So, you know, I'm just there to fight and compete. So, you know, it is what it is.
I had a similar sort of question to Simon, but for Ishad. Is there a genuine dislike for Damart, or are you just playing games, or what?
I don't dislike Damart, but I don't like him either. I think what bugs me is that he's slightly overconfident. Saying things like his striking is better than mine. Come on, everybody knows that that's my strong point. I'll never say something that I can't prove in the hexagon. So, you know, to make a claim that his striking is better than mine and then he's going to come out there, try to lay on top of me like a wet blanket. You know, if he's going to make claims like that, then he needs to prove what he has, you know?
No, but
so let's see.
Going back to that question, you know, if you look at all his fights as well, they were saying he's a Muay Thai guy, but all the time he's shot for takedowns as well himself. So, and the guys
Doesn't that just prove that I'm a well-rounded
The guys were
athlete?
cracking him on the stand-up. Cedric was beating him first on the stand-up. Ompi as well. He barely beat Abdul. So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I don't really care about what he does. I'm just there to do what I need to do, you know.
The question is for Ishad. Ishad, we know you've been training out of Singapore at Evolve. Are you going back, or are you going to be camping the rest of your camp in South Africa? And where can we see you while you're in camp?
Tomorrow I'm heading down to Cape Town, and I'll be here until the 11th of November. You know, I'm in a fortunate situation where I don't live here, so I'm able to train at most gyms in Cape Town. Guys are happy to have me, you know, there training with the guys, and I feel that's worked to my advantage, was to, you know, work with different camps, and, you know, that way you become a well-rounded athlete. The different gyms have different strengths. So, you know, I'll be most of the time at PFA with Mike, but, you know, I'm not fixed and tied down to one camp. So, yeah, I'll be around until the fight and then head back home after that.
This question is for both Irshad and Damat. It's well documented that great fighters need each other, as the case with Tyson and Holyfield, Ali and Frazier. Do you all both realize at the end of the day that you all really need each other to see who's the best?
Go for it. I found that, you know, I haven't been this motivated for a fight in a while, so I must say that Damat has pushed me. And I do feel that I've improved a lot, you know, to step up to this challenge. And there's some truth to your claim that good fighters need each other, because that's how people improve. You know, if Damat wasn't there, then I might have just stayed in cruise control, you know, because, yeah, there was no need. But I have upped my game. I have made more sacrifices, you know, during this camp, and I'm well prepared. And yeah.
Yeah, I agree as well. You know, you need always someone to motivate you. But I'm the kind of person that believes that the grass is always greener where you stand. So I don't need anybody else to motivate me. I believe I'm the hardest working guy in EFC, always been, and I'm working even harder now. So.
This question's for Irshad. Irshad, how much does it mean to be you're fighting in your hometown? It's probably the biggest fight of your career. Does that add extra pressure, or is it something you use to your advantage?
It has its ups and downs. Definitely there's more pressure fighting in front of your own crowd, friends and family. But, you know, having the support there also means a lot to me. I don't feel it's the biggest fight of my career, and not, you know, I've had a couple of fights in China, and, you know, there was quite a lot at stake in that title fight as well. So, yeah, I mean, I just take it as another fight. You know, I do feel that, you know, Cedric was a more dangerous opponent than Damat. But, you know, he's not going to come out there and look to finish the fight. He's going to come out there and look to grind out the W.
We'll see.
And, you know, my motto is fight for the finish, and I'm there to look for the finish, and I'm going to bring the fight to him.
You keep repeating that. He's probably just scared because your wrestling isn't that good either.
Question for Damat.
Don't be scared, homie.
Come on, be original.
Question for Damat. I think you're both critical of each other's skill set, but if you speak honestly, do you think Irshad is the toughest opponent you're going to face in your EFC career?
You know, honestly, I mean, he brings a different dynamics to the sport, you know. You always have to respect whoever steps in there. And I think all the opponents I've faced before all add up to what Syed can bring. So I believe I've faced tougher guys than him. And yeah, I think everyone that I've faced has led me up to be ready for this fight. So I think I'm ready for this fight.
Next question is for EFC President Kyra Howarth. Kyra, is this the biggest fight in the history of the EFC? I mean, how amped are you for this bout?
Yeah, I mean, I think this fight's been over a year in the making. It's certainly the fight that I'm looking forward to the most. It's a fight that's getting the most hype. We're getting journalists calling us 2 months before the fight, wanting to set up interviews with these guys. So it's going to be crazy. I think Grand West is going to be off the chain in 4 weeks' time. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Sun City, and we'll see you back here in 2017. Thanks.
EFC 55. Champion versus champion.
Whatever it's going to bring, there's nothing that I haven't faced before and nothing that I can't overcome. And just overwhelm him, and I will finish him, guaranteed.
I'm coming for you. You can run, but you can't hide. And I'm going to finish you in emphatic fashion. Mark my words.
2 belts will be unified. Only one champion will remain standing. Plus, EFC lightweight champion Dave Mazzani puts his title on the line against the former lightweight champion Don Madge. Will the dominant American reign supreme, or can the Magic Man reclaim his title? EFC 55, Friday, 11 November, Grand West, Cape Town. Tickets and broadcast information at efcworldwide.com.